Hi everyone, happy Sunday. Oh my God, and happy New Year. Wow. God has finally done it for all of us. We are in the first day of 2023, and we thank God for life in 2022, despite the ups and downs. God still kept us, right? We are grateful. We are grateful. We are grateful. So this is me saying Happy New Year and Happy New Month. Okay, and I'm actually happy today because just with Princess turned 1 month today. So out of all the constant conversations we've been having, today is our fourth live session. You see? And God has been helping us. God has really, really been helping us, and we are grateful to God for that. Okay, so today we will be talking about mental health, how to handle mental health. Once mental health is mentioned in Africa, especially in Nigeria, we see it as somebody going mad, raving mad, stacking mad, and then you hear things like taken to the psychiatrist hospital, which is not meant to be so. Mental health could be a slow progression, that gradually leads to depression, trauma, and all that. So today we'll be talking about mental health, and we will be having someone come talk to us about it. Miriam, please, if you're live, kindly come online. Please, 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 so that we can get started. Today's session is going to be very, very short because I understand that today is New Year and we all need to, go and have fun. Okay, so anyone taking out his or her own time to come here to join us, I'm grateful. Thank you so much. I do not take it for granted. So we are going to be as brief as possible. Miriam, please, I'm live. Kindly join. Please, anyone that can reach Miriam should kindly tell her that we are live already, please, so that she can come and start up immediately. I can't seem to see her here, and I'm trying to connect to my messenger, but it's not going through. She should just send me a request so that we can start. Let me see. Okay, she is here now. Okay, guys. Hello.
Hi.
Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my God, it's so good to see your face.
Same here. How are you doing?
Okay, so let me not waste your time. Today is New Year and we all have to just do what we have to do and get back to whatever it is we're
Yeah.
doing. So please kindly introduce yourself and you have the floor.
Okay, so hello everyone. My name is
Hi.
Matthew and I am from Kogi State. I am the founder and the executive director of Learning Through Skills Acquisition Initiative. a non-governmental organization that provides support to participants who are vulnerable within Northeast and the Northwest. And I am a medical radiographer, and here we are. I think
Okay,
that's
so when you say Northeast in Nigeria, right? Or
yeah, Northeast
in
Nigeria
Africa?
and the Northwest.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So
what motivated you to, start dealing on mental health?
yeah, because the part of the priority of my organization is to provide healing from trauma. And seeing I was in the university when the Boko Haram activity it started, actually became really intense. So, and I realized that there were a lot of people who were in need of mental health support in terms of counseling because of the trauma that they were undergoing as at that time. And we also had a couple of rape cases, a lot of victims people who have been abused, survivors of gender-based violence. And then I decided that, okay, I think it would be a good channel for me to incorporate this into the organization I currently have as at that time. And then from there, but before then, I have always I've worked with a couple of different organizations, international organizations, where I have helped to support with mental health and coaching, either online mental health support or offline one-on-one trauma healing support from different organizations, non-governmental organizations.
Okay, so what are the challenges you faced as a mental health coach?
Well, I think my major challenge as at that time was because at some point I had to step down from providing one-on-one therapy, and because I had a colleague, I had staff who do that now. So, but when I was when I was still providing one-on-one mental health support, I think my major challenge was not really being able to dive deep into understand because probably our people are really closeted because of the cultural differences and religious differences and so many other stuff. People find it difficult to come out clean and to really express how they were feeling as at that time. So it makes it really difficult because they wanted you to handle the mental health aspect or to handle their healing using religion. And that was not really my fault because I'm a scientist, right? So and I preferred going through the science aspects, checking how it's, the brain activities and how you're responding and how your treatment is going and all that. But then I think that was one of the challenges. And another challenge I have, because what I do is I'm strictly non-profit. All my activities are non-profit activities. I am also non-governmental, and so most of also having to get a lot of, because I got a lot of participants in terms of people who really need mental health support, but I was not able to reach out to everyone because I was like a one-man person. So I needed a couple of probably resources, funds to be able to recruit much more people. That was when I just started anyway, but not now. So I think that's another challenge I had when I just started. I needed a lot of resources to be able to recruit more people so we could reach out to a lot more individuals in terms of providing the support.
Great.
Yeah.
So how do you combine this with your profession as a lecturer? Because I also know you to be a lecturer. How do you combine this?
Yeah, well, it's not easy, but then my lecturing work is just I'm just a guest lecturer, like a visiting lecturer. So most times it's just for a period of a time, like 3 months, maybe in a year it could be just for 6 months, maybe 3 months in, 3 months out, or it could be 3 months in twice in a year. So it depends on the contract I signed with the university or the agreement we had. So most times I try as much as I can to balance so I could have enough time before I would, so to prevent me from tearing down. So majorly I try to prioritize a lot of stuff, especially seeing that I also have an NGO to manage, and I try to see how I can prioritize what comes first and when do I have enough time for me to also dive into different parts of other stuff like my profession and stuffs like that. So yeah, basically I think that's how I do it, and it's been working for me.
Yeah, it's not really easy, but we're
Yeah.
glad you're pushing. So,
Thank you.
have you been able to work around finances now in regards to support financially on your NGO? Have you been
Oh
able
yeah.
to? Okay.
Yeah, we get a couple of because, like we are strictly non-profit,
Yeah.
so we get a couple of donations, international non-governmental organizations, UN agencies, and some other organizations, friends and families, and yeah, but majority of our donation comes from the UN agencies.
Come
Uh,
from where?
yeah,
Sorry.
from the UN agencies. Most of our
Okay.
donations from the UN agencies, and that's what they also we are because we are currently in collaboration with UNICEF, so provide support for children who are and not just mental health. We do everything in terms of general gender-based violence support. We
Wow.
provide
Wow. Wow.
uh, case management and mental health and psychosocial support. Skills acquisitions and different activities to support people or survivors of abuse and vulnerable people within the community. But our priority target is just the Northeast for that project. So every other project that are in the Northwest are majorly self-funded projects.
Okay. So, do you also do online counseling for mental health or just face to face?
Yeah, I think at the starting age, I worked with SR. I was a specialist for online coaching, but I think for now, I don't do that anymore. So we don't have that incorporated into our activities now. So most of the mental health support we provide is usually one-on-one counseling and other general trauma healing support, different activities on mental health for majority of specific people, but mostly one-on-one. So for now, I don't. I think I've handed all those things to my staff. I don't do one-on-one mental anymore. Yeah.
Okay. So, if someone wants to reach out to any of your staff or maybe your organization, for them to help out with mental health, how do they go about this?
We actually have different means, but for now, our majority of our project is in the Northeast. So I think the only idea would be to reach out to somebody that is in the Northeast, be able to provide that specific support. We actually have also some projects we started something similar in Kogi State, but due to we had a little bit of challenges going on, but which we had to end the project faster than that. But we are still going to come back, and we have plans to see how we could probably create some sort of a channel where people who are in need of mental health can easily reach out to specific people within this specific space. So if we are still working on something though, but if it works out, definitely it will come online, and then we'll share the contact of how to reach out to these specific people in terms of and because we always believe that it's not really how fast, it's how well. So trauma
Yeah.
healing, mental health and psychosocial support is something that you don't just do it. For me, I always feel like the online approach works for some people and it doesn't work for some people. So a majority of the people it works for, usually, actually in Africa, like in Nigeria, for example, we would always prefer one-on-one
Yes.
counseling, patients and stuff. So most people don't even, they still see, we are still trying to see how we can absorb ourselves with the online approach of mental health support. So, but for us to really have a long-lasting solutions to that, I think it's, I would also prefer the one-on-one aspect of majority of our beneficiaries or sorry participants prefer the one-on-one coaching aspect, and that
Okay.
works.
Okay. So, what advice would you give to someone going through mental health? I know mental health is a very broad topic, Adrian and all that, but for someone who has noticed that his mental state is becoming, an issue, what advice will you give to the person for a start? Before the person starts looking out for mental health care organizations that could sort him or her out.
Yeah, I think you'd agree with me that each and every one of us have one thing or the other that we are going through. But somehow we always find hope. We find that light, that thing that keeps us moving and keeps us pushing through, no matter how difficult it is. So I would always advise people that they should always try to see that they find that hope and that light, that is within them. It's within each and every one of us. No matter what it is we are going through, there is always light at the end of the tunnel. There's always support waiting for you out there. For me, I think even though I don't do one-on-one anymore, I still give, just some people still reach out to me on my uh, or messengers sometimes, and Instagram as well, just to talk about what they are going through and see if there is a way I could provide support. I'm always going to be available for anybody that is going through an extreme situation that they feel like they don't have anyone to talk to. They can always talk to me, and I can always try to see that I connect you to the right person that could help you if I cannot help you. And I believe that, it is all going to be, fine if you just, give a chance to someone to just speak with you, to talk to you, to see how they could be of support to you. It's really, really challenging, especially seeing that most times people struggles and struggle and struggle, and at the end of the day, they feel like they've not gotten that thing that they want. We've all been there, at some point in our life, we've all been there. There are so many traumatic and experiences that would lead people into depression, and then before you know, they become suicidal. And so another thing that we as human beings can do is also to try as much as we can to be nice to each other, to be nice to people. I know it's very difficult, especially in the world that we are living, but we should always try as much as we can to be nice and to speak good words. There are some things you might even say on your post that could be like a light or a hope for someone. You could make a post today, and then that post could end up saving someone from being suicidal, or it could, all the time. It's always very nice to just remember to check up on our closed ones and just check up on people. Just, say good words to people, no matter how annoying they could be at times, and just just be open-minded and allow people in to see how much you can give. But you cannot give everybody, yourself. You can't support everyone, but the little you can do, you can always try to do it with the good of our heart and put all our effort into it. That's actually my principle, and that's what I live by.
Thank you so much. So, guys, you can reach out to Miriam. You heard her in case but please don't bombard her. She'll take her time to respond to you concerning any mental health issues you're going through. Okay, so what are your final words to us? Like I said earlier, we'll just be brief today.
Yeah, I think the final words will be that we should keep pushing, do not stop fighting. We keep striving, and I think, and also for the youth out there, I have always been somebody that I have very strong hope for youth in Nigeria, and I believe that the youth in Nigeria are smart, and they are amazing, they are talented, they are very ambitious, and if they put their mind into it in the legal way, they will definitely get what they need. There are different fields, there are different things you can do out there that could yield money, and there are so many things you can do that could turn out to be really successful if you just go through the right channel, do the right thing. But one thing you all should understand is we all keep fighting. We never stop fighting. You see that period you think is becoming really difficult and hard and you cannot do anything. That is the time that you're about to get the breakthrough that you've been actually waiting for. It's because I am a living witness. This is direct experience I'm sharing. On several occasions, I have always thought that probably it's time for me to stop. And that time is when things happen. So I would always encourage you guys that no matter how difficult it looks right now, trust me, it's going to happen. You'll get to that breakthrough very soon. Just thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Miriam. Like, you've given us the words to run with this year. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Out of your busy schedule, you made our time today come and speak to us. We are most
Thank you.
grateful.
Thank you for having me.
Wish you a beautiful year. May this year be an amazing time for you. Okay?
Yeah, same. Thank you very much.
All right. So let's let you go now.
All right.
Okay. Okay, guys. Like I said earlier, today is going to be very, very brief so that we can go back and continue our rice and chicken and drinks. It's from me to you all saying Happy New Year, Happy New Month, and Happy New Day. It's first on every level. It's my prayer that this year becomes a beautiful year for every one of us. Please, if this is your first time of joining any of my live sessions on Facebook, please make out time to see other sessions we've held here, and I'm sure you get something out of it. Next week, we are also going to be entertaining another person here. Please make out time to come and join us. I'm grateful to everyone who has joined today, despite the festive season in different parts of the world. You still made out time to come and join. I am most grateful. And it's my prayer that in the journey of our life this year, that our mental health will be intact. There are so many people who, as a result of mental instability, they lost their lives, they committed suicide, and that was it. And like we all know, if people die, life continues, life goes on. So this is me saying, please stay strong and stay refreshed because the journey is long, but definitely it's hopeful and it's fulfilling. So this is me saying, thank you once again. Happy New Year, Happy New Month. May this year bring us success on every level. Thank you so much. And this is me saying, bye-bye.